As I walked into the lavish mansion that I shared with my husband Lucas, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. Our maid, Maria, greeted me with a warm smile, but there was a flicker of guilt in her eyes that made my heart sink. As I made my way into the kitchen, I overheard snippets of hushed conversation between Lucas and Maria. My suspicions were confirmed. There was something going on between them. I had hired Maria a few months ago to help with the household chores, and I had thought nothing of it at the time. She was efficient, kind, and hardworking, and I had trusted her completely. But now, as I watched the two of them interact, a knot formed in my stomach. There was a closeness between them that went beyond employer and employee, a familiarity that made me feel like a stranger in my own home. I tried to ignore the whispers of doubt that plagued my mind, but they only grew louder with each passing day. Lucas seemed more distant, more preoccupied with work, and I found myself turning to Maria for comfort and companionship. She was always there for me, ready with a kind word or a listening ear, and I couldn't help but feel grateful for her presence in my life. But as the days turned into weeks, I couldn't ignore the growing attraction between Lucas and Maria. They would steal glances at each other when they thought I wasn't looking, and there were moments of shared laughter and intimacy that made my heart ache with jealousy. I began to feel like a third wheel in my own marriage, like an outsider looking in on a love that had blossomed right under my nose. One evening, as I was working late in my home office, I heard footsteps approaching. It was Maria, her eyes filled with tears and her hands trembling. She confessed to me the truth that I had been dreading. She and Lucas were in love. They had tried to resist the pull of their emotions, but their hearts had betrayed them, leading them down a path of forbidden passion. I felt a surge of anger and betrayal wash over me, but as I looked into Maria's tear-streaked face, I saw the pain and remorse etched in her eyes. She begged for my forgiveness, for my understanding, and I couldn't help but feel a twinge of sympathy for her. Love is a powerful force, one that can defy logic and reason, and I knew that neither she nor Lucas had intended for their feelings to spiral out of control. I confronted Lucas that night, and the look of guilt and shame on his face confirmed what I had already known in my heart. He confessed to me the depth of his feelings for Maria, but he also admitted that he was torn between his love for her and his loyalty to me. I could see the torment etched in his features, the struggle of a man caught between two women who held his heart in their hands. In the end, I made the difficult decision to part ways with Lucas and Maria. Their love was a dagger through my heart, a betrayal that I could not forgive, and I knew that I had to let them go in order to find peace and healing. As they packed their bags and left our home, I watched them walk away, their hands intertwined, their hearts forever entwined in a love that was as beautiful as it was destructive. In the wake of their departure, I was left to pick up the pieces of my shattered marriage, to rebuild my life from the ruins of a love that had been torn asunder. I felt a glimmer of hope kindle in my heart, and as I looked to the future, I knew that I would find my own path to happiness, a love that was true and faithful, a love that would never betray or deceive me.